There's a lot of questions going into this week regarding Gardner Minshew as the backup quarterback to Jalen Hurts. How long is Jalen Hurts going to be a starter on this team? Is Jalen Hurts going to get benched? Is it going to happen now, tomorrow, next week, at the end of the year? Who knows at this point? Okay, now you trade Joe Flacco to the Jets for a 6th-round conditional pick, and you made Minshew the backup quarterback. He arrived here in a trade late in the preseason and obviously had to learn more of the playbook. So they barely dressed him for any games, but definitely protected him on the roster so he wouldn't go anywhere. But Gardner Minshew he's had some success in this league for multiple games. When it was Minshew Mania and the Jaguars looked like they weren't missing a beat after another quarterback went down, and Minshew was just looking really good and making every throw, reading the field, and utilizing everybody's skill sets and just being and obviously the athleticism in Minshew is fantastic, but he knows how to win multiple games. He's got great leadership quality, but the way these coaches are getting these quarterbacks prepared, will he play better here? I think that's a question we have to answer after this season. But do I think Jalen Hurts is going to get benched this year? It might happen. Now, probably not, but maybe when it's only going into week 8, guys. I mean, we're only going into week 8 of the season. I mean, that's it. I mean, we're acting like this is week 13 already, and it's not. And there's so much going on with this team. If they bench Jalen Hurts now, does it, obviously there's so much going on with this team right now between the fan base and obviously this team losing games every single week. And it's not about just losing games, it's how they are losing games and why they are losing games. Really, at the end of the day, like, out of the special teams, offense, and defense, at least one game this year, when has all three worked out for us in one game? Absolutely nothing. It hasn't at all. I think the Minshew thing is more of a next year thing, depending on what the Eagles are going to do. And I don't think they go into the draft for a quarterback, but it doesn't surprise me if they do. Depends if Howie Roseman's still here. You could either trade for a quarterback or you just stick with one of these guys in Jalen Hurts and Gardner Minshew. Could give Jalen Hurts another chance next year, but the coaching staff and the GM have to change before any of that happens because it's just not going to work out. It's not going to work out for any quarterback. I think Minshew will get some playing time this year. I think it will happen, whether Hurts plays for a whole half and they switch quarterbacks, or there's going to be a time when the Eagles are going to pull the plug and say, okay, let's just see what Minshew could do because we've seen enough from Jalen Hurts. But like I said, it's not all Jalen Hurts' fault. I say this in every video because people blame me for saying I put it on Hurts 100%, which I don't. But he's not good. He hasn't been playing good at all. It's not fair for Hurts for the system that he's in, and I understand that. But, we got to see what Minshew could do as well. A lot of starting experience, leadership quality, can gather a team together, and will make players want to play for him. I think that's another thing. I think he can gravitate players towards him pretty easily from his personality. And, obviously winning does help. But this team is just in a rut right now. And it's more than just players. It's more than skill set. It's coaching. It's the front office. It's really what we did after the Super Bowl in 2017. So I'm not going to go too far into it, but I think Minshew will get playing time later on this year. I think it will happen just because after a certain amount of time, I don't know. Yeah, there's some guys out there, there's some fans out there that think that we can win like 5 more games, maybe 4 more games. I don't even know if this team can win even 2 more games this year. I don't even know if they could beat Washington. I don't even know if they could beat the Giants. I mean, it's that bad. Like, I think, and I think at the end of the day, we're going to get outcoached. It doesn't matter if we have Devontae Smith and this person's back and we have Quez Walker. It doesn't matter. Like, it does not matter whatsoever. We're going to be outcoached regardless if we have good players on our offense and defense. We change the scheme for that week. It doesn't matter. I think this team is going to lose more games than win. Obviously, I don't know if they're going to win more than 2 games. Might be less than that. Who knows? But you have to end this season on a good note, and we're far from it right now. We have a lot of season. Sorry, there was a fly right here. That's why I just did that. I didn't just do that to do that. But I think Minshew will get his shot. And then people are going to say, well, isn't that going to be wrong? Is that going to? I don't think Hurts is going to be affected by it. He might just get more motivated by it. I don't know. I mean, at some point in time, like when Carson Wentz played last year and he played that badly, and obviously a lot is not his fault either, and what the coaches in front office put him in that certain situation, there was a time to pull the plug, and we finally did it, but it was way too late in the season where you threw Jalen Hurts into the fire. So it might be another situation where you're going to have to throw another quarterback into the fire when it's going to be time to pull the plug on Jalen Hurts. If he's not making his throws, regardless of what the situation he's in with the scheme and everything like that, if he can't hit wide open targets, if he can't hit a receiver in stride. I mean, I'm waiting for this guy to hit somebody in stride once. Even our first-round pick at Devontae Smith, I haven't seen him on a catch in stride once, unless it was maybe to the sideline. And that's pretty much about it. You know what I mean? So it really it pisses me off that we there's so many passes that could be thrown that are wide open. But I don't think Jalen Hurts wants to take those chances when he has a clean pocket, because he doesn't. He doesn't throw to anybody in a clean pocket. The offensive line's been changing around the past 4 or 5 times already, and I understand that as well. Okay, but, something's got to give here. Like, I know that if we looked when we're watching on TV, we see the quarterback the whole time. We don't see who's open. We don't see who he could have thrown to. We see him sitting there. And I guarantee you 100% that he's not going to throw into short windows, and he can't. And I know he can't. Okay, unless somebody's wide open. And sometimes he misses those plays when somebody's wide open, and that happens. My face is frozen. Sorry. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too much into it, but this is the reason why we're struggling. It's not just Jalen Hurts. It's not Nick. It's not just Nick. And obviously it's a lot more to do with front office and hirings and who you're drafting. And it's a lot more than that. It goes deeper than that of why this team is being really unsuccessful. So really at the end of the day, I think Minshew will get his shot, and you just got to see what he could do. Whether Nick's scheme is not going to work for him, or he's going to look horrible in the scheme, regardless of what it is, you have to go with the options that you have. And trading for Minshew was a big trade. Like, I actually liked it a lot because it gave you some assurance that, God forbid, something happens to Jalen Hurts, or injury, plays bad, whatever the case may be, you have somebody back there. So that's pretty much it. I think it's either going to happen earlier than later, or it's going to happen late in the season. I don't know if it's going to happen this week. Probably not, but we'll just have to see. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys later. Shakes, what up, follow, peace out, guys. Peace.